Good morning. It's Friday, September 12th. Thanks for joining us on Up to the Minute. I'm Dr. Lana Pigao, HCC Northwest Communications Director, with Andrea Bonner, Chair of HCC's Consumer Arts and Sciences COE. How are you, Andrea?
I am doing well. Lana, good to see you.
So I had to tell you, we are minor celebrities around HCC. Every time I come out of the elevator, somebody's like, "Hey, Lana, you got your own show." I'm like, "Well, I share a show, but make sure y'all watch it." So, Andrea, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody how they can find us?
Absolutely, Lana. We are live on HCC Houston City College districts. I have to remember City College now. Our Facebook page, not HCC, and we're also on YouTube. We are on X, LinkedIn, and on HCC TV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. You can always find us, guys. So make sure you like this episode and follow us on social media.
Yes, please do that. Well, we'll be discussing an HCC program that offers assistance to low-income, high-risk, and first-generation adult learners with Carla Ferguson. She's the Program Director of HCC's CACE TRIO Educational Opportunity Center. Good morning, Carla.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. We'll be right with you. But first, for Film Friday, Andrea is welcoming back a friend from the Museum of Fine Arts Houston and its film program. And that friend is Marian Luntz, film curator of the Museum of Fine Arts.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here and happy to be talking with my longtime friend, Andrea.
Yes, Marian, when I heard that I was going to be interviewing you, I was like, oh, this could not be more perfect. So welcome, Marian. I was just at the museum a couple of days ago. So I think we caught you just in time to talk about an event that's this weekend. I learned about that when I was at the museum recently. But remind viewers about the museum's film program, because a lot of people have no idea about the amazing film program at the museum. So tell us about that.
Thanks. I'm really glad to talk about this. So, for a very long time, we have been showing movies in now two theaters, the Brown Auditorium in our Caroline Weiss Law Building and the Lynn Wyatt Theater, which is in our Kinder Builder, Nancy and Rich Kinder Building. And so we have two theaters. Almost every weekend, we have a great variety of films, new releases, classics, documentaries, spotlighted festivals, and we welcome the audience. There's a nominal ticket price, and you can take a seat and just enjoy the unparalleled experience of watching movies together on the big screen.
Yes, I absolutely love watching movies at the museum. So tell us about the upcoming Artists on Film series. We're going to starting with the Paint Me a Road Out of Here.
Yeah, I'd be glad to. We are offered so many films over the course of the year. And of course, we like to spotlight films on the arts and artists. And so this fall, we have three documentaries coming up starting this weekend. So tomorrow on the 13th and on the 14th, we're showing it twice, is a new documentary. It's called Paint Me a Road Out of Here, as you mentioned. And it is about two artists. One is the very legendary artist, Faith Ringgold, who passed last year, who was a very important artist, educator, and activist. And she is in dialogue with a younger artist, and the focus is on their respective work a few decades apart with women who were incarcerated. In the case of Ms. Ringgold, she worked with women in the prison in Rikers Island in New York. And we hear about her, and she reflects on her experiences going in and working with the women to give them a sense of how they can have inspiration and where to find it through art in this case. And then she is in dialogue with another younger artist who was formerly incarcerated, who also followed that path of working with women who were on the inside, talking about envisioning what they might do afterwards. So one of the women inmates actually says to Faith, I'd like you to paint me a road out of here. But the film takes an interesting twist, and it is about a wonderful mural that Faith Ringgold made that was commissioned, and it was hanging in the Rikers Island prison. And all of a sudden, I'm not going to say too much, but it goes in the direction of all the work that was done to reclaim that painting and have it on view. And the trailer shows some of that. So that's the first one, and that's this weekend. And can I mention our website? It's mfah.org/films, and you can get information and tickets on that website.
That's great. And we're going to have all that information after the show as well for people that didn't catch that. But you've got also a classic comedy from the 30s as well as part of this series.
We do. And when I heard that you and I were going to be speaking, I knew this would be up your alley. So this is called The Greeks Had a Word for Them. It is from the early periods of the cinema, so 1930s. It's black and white. It is a comedy with a famous comedian of the time. Her name is Joan Blondell, and she is one of 3 former showgirls who are trying to strike it rich and marry well, as is a common theme in movies, especially of that period. And we have seen so many, as you know, amazing fashions worn by women and men in movies from the 30s onward. In this case, they got Coco Chanel to design the costumes. And so it's worth seeing for the comedy aspect, for the classic film aspect, but certainly for the costumes.
Of course, yeah. When I saw that costumes designed by Chanel, I was like, oh, yep, I've got to see that. Cannot wait. And then finally, what is our last film of the series?
So we actually, that film's not quite in the artist series. So we have
Okay.
a film next weekend on the 18th and 19th, I think. It's called Maintenance Artist. And this
Okay.
is about a contemporary artist. She's now in her 80s, reflecting on her career. She's in New York. Her name is Merle Eucalyptus, and she actually turned a very strong feminist turn in the 70s and was interested in empowering women, working with workers. She actually created an artist residency at the New York City Department of Sanitation,
Oh, wow.
and just wanted to give a voice to people who are often behind the scenes to allow them to have creative expression. It actually has a somewhat of a link to the film we were just talking about. And it's a documentary about her amazing career. She went in many different directions. She recently had a retrospective at the Queens Museum of Art. Merle Eucalyptus is her name. And the filmmaker will be here for that screening. And so that is next weekend on the 19th and 20th. And I know we wanted to hop ahead to Halloween. I was talking
Yes.
to your producer about this, and we
Absolutely.
always have films to respond to different things happening seasonally. So I want to spotlight a performance that is great for all ages. It is some musicians from Austin called Montopolis Music playing to a compilation of clips of silent film Halloween themed shorts, basically, and they'll be in our theater. It's October 26th. It's a matinee. It's in the afternoon, and they'll be wearing costumes. We're encouraging people to come in costumes, and you'll get to see all different kinds of scary and fun figures riffing on Halloween with great music, and it'll be very interactive and casual. We really look forward to that. And then end of the month into early November, this is late October, early November, we have our annual Korean Film Nights Festival. And on Halloween, we are showing a movie called Zombie for Sale. It's a Korean movie, and it is a rom-com, so a zombie romantic comedy. And I did want to stick in there that also in Korean Film Nights, we are going to be showing the very popular K-pop Demon Hunters sing-along version. So I suggest running to the website to get tickets for that. That is going to go fast, and it'll be very interactive.
That is exciting. There's a lot of stuff. Again, a lot of people have no idea about the amazing things. Everybody thinks museum, we're going to see art, but the amazing films that you guys show. And Melanie and I were talking about you going to Cannes and all of the great things that you're doing there. Is there any last thing that you want to share with us about anything going on at the museum in general or with the film department?
Well, I would talk about the film community because I've been doing this a long time, and I want people to be aware that, of course, we have great movies in theaters. We encourage people, of course, to get off your couch, go to the movies. There are movies at, of course, the recently reopened River Oaks Theater. There's the renovated Deluxe Theater showing amazing movies and having other programs. In Fifth Ward, we have festivals, just about film festivals all the time. We have the Houston Cinema Arts Festival coming up in November. I know you've hosted them in the past. And I really encourage people to support independent filmmaking in town and finding films where you can all over.
Thank you, Marian. My friend, it's so good to see you. And I love this new haircut. It's beautiful on you. Marian Luntz, who is the curator of the film program of the Museum of Fine Arts, Houston. We'll have her information in our post after the show. After a commercial break, Lana will be back to talk to our Thursday Family Fun guest.
Why wait on your dream job? at Houston Community College. Tuition is only $33 per credit hour, with flexible schedules, over 100 programs, and campuses across Houston. HCC makes it easy and affordable. Your future for less. Houston Community College. Move your future forward.
Poison Help is a free 24/7 hotline that answers all of your poison questions in over 100 languages.
Hello? Poison Help?
Hello? When poison happens, we're here for you. Just call Poison Help, 1-800-222-1222.
Dear Santa, my mom says I'm a good helper, but you didn't come last year. I just really hope this year when I wake up, I'm gonna see that you came to my house too.
Donate today.
Welcome back. We are moving on to Carla Ferguson. She is a program director of HCC's CACE Trio Educational Opportunity Center. Welcome back to the show, Carla.
Hey, how you doing? Happy to be back.
Oh, I'm so glad you're back. So let's begin by saying that CACE stands for Center for Achieving a Career Education, which is a federal TRIO program. Give us some general background, and then we'll get into the nuts and bolts about the program.
Okay, so CACE is adapted name for the TRIO Educational Opportunity Center. Primary target for our program, we're an outreach program that targets students from disadvantaged backgrounds to encourage those to enroll into post-secondary educational programs, training programs, primarily for 19-year-old adults who would have not normally made a chance to go into post-secondary training. Once again, the name CASE was adapted because initially, we want to focus on those career advancements and those career certificates that students could actually go forth within the area and the community.
So tell us, how do you help low income, high risk, and first generation students?
Okay, so of course, we already know entering higher education is it's a process. And so we do work with those students to create comprehensive educational plans that direct them throughout the process. So talking with our students about the career that they potentially want to go for, career assessments, completing those financial aid applications, admissions applications. But also sometimes there are barriers within students enrolling into programs. Everyone may not want to go for a 2-year degree or a 4-year degree. So exploring those other options that's available. Houston City College has massive programs, so many different things that one could pursue. Also within the statuses of knowing what scholarships are available, if someone may not be able to apply for federal student aid, what other educational resources that they're able to have. We try to make sure we connect our students to the resources that's necessary for their educational journey. So life is still happening while those students are still going through school. So they may need community resources or programs that help move them along the way, because everyone just is not 100% just in school. They have lives they have to maintain throughout the course of their educational programs. To talk a little bit more about also those programs, and we're talking about a career education, we're talking about programs that, based off of research and statistics of our Harris County Gulf Coast region, what is looking prominent, what are high growth, high income areas in which a student can get training for a license or certificate and go forth and get a job or career.
So let's talk about how you're funded. Are you grant funded?
Yes, we're funded through the Department of Education. Our program's been here since 2020. We're on our last fiscal year that's coming through with an expected ending date of August 2026. And then, of course, it comes into the process of reapplying for the grant. But all of our funds come directly from the Department of Education. Thank you, DOE.
So what age group do you serve, and where are you located?
Okay. The age group, our targeted age group is 19 years or older. In some situations, we do have 18-year-old students as well. So 19 years or older is our primary target area because of the adults. Our location, we're primarily located at 1990 Airport, which is the South Campus, the HCC South Campus, Houston City College. South Campus located at 288 in Airport. Open standard hours for the campus, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, with late evenings. You can also find our program out in the community. We do go out in the community to give out this information. Remember, we're an outreach program. So we go out, different organizations, different fairs, to give out information and to overall promote the education process. Once again, we do want to work with those disadvantaged students who would not normally know about enrolling into post-secondary programs. I'd like to talk about a lot of the so just off the top, one of the most popular programs, especially with us being in Houston, is a lot of medical programs, right? And so understanding what the difference is between semester credit hour and continuing education programs, and how does that play a role in someone going forth into school. So generally, I think I was reading something on Texas Higher Education Board, something like that, relating to people reaching a livable wage. And so you want to talk and you want to think about what areas and what industries that will promote and get those students to those students that's turning into adults, or those adults into livable wage income areas, because we know if the city, more people in the city is working, the communities do perform better. And so popular area I always talk about is nursing, right? HCC we just announced that we're going to have a LVN to ADN program, and understanding what an ADN program is different from a BSN program, understanding what licensing and certifications that go along with the program or the career that a person wants to go for. So oftentimes we're definitely talking with our students about their end goal and what they're looking to get out of their educational journey. Just having those discussions to get people back into the conversation of education, because we have noticed that, education has adjusted over the time. Everyone may or may not want to go to school or be interested in going into school. And so we want to make sure that we are putting our best foot forward to give the students the information they need in order to make the best decision going forward.
So for students who are interested, what are the eligibility criteria that students must meet to get into the program?
Okay, U.S. citizen or permanent resident, or the intent to become a permanent resident here, 19 years or older. They cannot have a 4-year degree, because that's what we're trying to get our students to do. We have had students who come try to do it. Cannot have a 4-year degree, and they want to go into post-secondary educational program. Everything within our program is free once a student is a participant. They won't have to come out of pocket or pay for anything. Also, we do a lot of work with the students who are seeking their high school diplomas or equivalency. We are able to assist those students with the completion of those certificates, and providing those additional educational supports to move them along to passing that, because now a lot of careers and jobs are requiring an employee to present their high school diploma or their high school equivalency. So we do a lot of work with that as well. But just to kind of go over that basis again, 19 years or older, U.S. citizen or permanent resident, or with the intent to become a U.S. citizen or permanent resident, cannot have a 4-year degree and have the intent to enroll into post-secondary training programs.
Okay, so quickly, you do workshops for them. What do those workshops entail?
Okay, financial literacy workshop, financial counseling, financial aid, just overall understanding financial aid, how to pull yourself if you're in default, how do you get out of default with your aid if you went to school years ago, got a loan, and now you have to pay that loan back. Career exploration, understanding what resources are out there, resource information. We did, like I say, once again, went out to, I believe it was United Way, collecting those community resource information to be able to share with our participants so they can know what's available to them to go out. So it's continuously everything needed. It's so many different things needed when you're going to school and knowing about making that process step by step. So financial resources, community resources, financial counseling, default management, things of that nature.
I love that you all provide kind of wraparound services for students, because I think that's really important for students to be successful. So I'm so thrilled that you guys are doing this. This is wonderful.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Carla Ferguson, Program Director of HCC's CACE Trio Educational Opportunity Center. And we will have your info in the post after the show. And I love your passion for this. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. HCC.
And coming up after a quick commercial break, Andrea and I will return with some news and announcements.
¿Por qué esperar para el trabajo de tus sueños? En Houston Community College, la colegiatura es de solo $33 por hora de crédito. Con horarios flexibles y campus en todo Houston, inscribirse en HCC es fácil y accesible. Houston Community College.
When a child is sick, there's one thing they need: a really big cookie.
Welcome to RMHC.
We're not big on poking sticks and beeping machines, but we're the best at playing dress up. We think the Tooth Fairy should travel everywhere, and while hospitals have doctors and nurses, we have mom and dad. Because at Ronald McDonald House Charities, we help families feel at home, even when they can't be.
Our individual voices are powerful, but not everything has a voice. Let us be a voice to the voiceless. It's time to speak up for nature.
Well, welcome back. It is Friday, and if you're looking for something to do on Friday night, this evening, we do have a dance performance, Playing with Time. This African dance event, choreographed by faculty member Julie Bata, is in partnership with City of Houston and Houston Arts Alliance. And again, that's tonight, 7:30. And it is at the HCC Central Mirrors stage. So if you're interested, check out our post after the show for more information. And Andrea, there is an art exhibit going on soon.
Absolutely. We've got so much great stuff going on. So for Northline faculty member, the Evolutionary Variant is a one-person exhibit by Douglas Blanco Ruiz, who explores how art grows from a quantum perspective with variations emerging through the process. The artist reception is going to be this coming Tuesday, September 16th at 11:30 a.m. And the exhibition is through October 24th. So you've got plenty of time to get to see that. It's going to be at the HCC Northline Gallery. Check our post after the show for more information about that reception.
And our A-Leaf Bissonnette campus will be hosting the Food Scholarship Program. HCC and Houston Food Bank are continuing their Food Scholarship Program that offers free groceries, such as fresh produce, protein, canned goods, and more. And that is 9 a.m. to noon next Thursday, September 18th at the A-Leaf Bissonnette campus. There is no registration needed, but come early, bring your ID and grocery bags. Check out our post after the show for more information. And there are some military benefits that we need to talk about, Andrea.
Absolutely. I've known so many amazing veterans in our programs that I've come across recently. So we've got reduced tuition costs for some military. So HCC is proud to be a military-friendly college, so veterans can use their military education benefits for continuing education and credit courses. They can also combine their military benefits with financial aid to make their education even more affordable. Learn more about maximizing your benefits if you're a veteran in our post after the show. So Lana, tell us about the Be Well Wherever You Are.
Yes, we want everybody to be well wherever they are. So they need to connect with EAP. Being positive and asking for help is essential to manage stress and anxiety, to balance work and life, to get support in our relationships, and for financial and legal wellness. Challenges in one of these areas can ripple into others, so HCC offers support with its partnership to the UTEEP. Check out our post after the show for registration info, and I hope I said that acronym correctly. Anyway, Andrea, fall registration is continuing. If you're panicking, don't. You have fall classes still going.
Absolutely. We've got a lot of fall classes at HCC. I actually helped some students this week, like, hey, you do know that there's some classes that start next week. There's still time to register for fall classes, including second start classes. As I mentioned, they're starting next week. HCC classes are offered in a variety of programs, semester lengths, and modalities. That includes our online anytime classes, online on a schedule, our hybrid classes. My favorite is always in person, and our hybrid lab classes. So to learn more about HCC's programs, start dates, and options to cover costs, you can check us out at hccs.edu/apply.
And coming up for Mental Health Monday, the Jung Center of Houston returns to talk about its Center for Mind, Body, Spirit Institute. And Coleman College will be here to talk about its new medical biotech program. So make sure you like this episode and follow us on social media. And Andrea, it is always a pleasure. I mean, who knew that we would be hosting together?
Absolutely.
So, thank
it's been
you
great.
so much.
Have a good day, everyone.
And thank you for joining us. We'll see you all next time. Have a great weekend.